Hi, I'm Dana Woodson, and welcome to another edition of Portsmouth Now. Today we're at Churchland High School in the gymnasium, one of the locations where the newest ABA basketball team plays, the Seven City Knights. After a break, we'll speak with the team owner, the team coach, and then we'll introduce you to some of the players. Stay tuned.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
Good people, great values,
and even better service. Shop First Team Toyota first.
Okay, party people in the house, you're about to witness something you've never witnessed before.
Who's back?
What's my name?
Right back up on top of things.
It ain't hard to tell.
There is no competition.
In the building tonight. Up a classic.
Back in the house once again.
I'm focused, man.
It's just the way I am.
Only a few will understand and appreciate what's about to happen.
What was the man with the master plan?
Welcome back to Portsmouth Now. At this time, Mr. Lawrence Taylor, the owner of Seven City Knights ABA basketball team, joins us. Let's talk about your career in the ABA.
Well, my ABA career started off in Delaware, playing with the First State Fusion. Played in New York, D.C., several teams. I was one of the travel players that was assigned by the ABA to play in field squads.
And the Seven City Knights, tell us about the team.
Seven City Knights team is a team of locally talented players that we assembled to help bring basketball back to the Hampton Roads area, to promote togetherness and to give back to the community.
Well, let's talk about how you got the team together for the Seven City Knights.
We went through a very rigorous tryout process starting in May, going through several of the cities, doing camps and tryouts and conditioning to select the 15 players that represent the Seven City Knights team. Basically what it is the best talented players from high school, college, and from overseas basketball coming back here to Virginia, coming together and putting this great team in existence.
Well, I understand that you give back to the community. Let's talk about that.
Well, we did the feed in 2000, and we did the feeding of the homeless at Julius Kahn Gymnasium and downtown Newport News, and we also do a lot of camps and clinics for the kids, like the one you see going on behind me.
Now let's talk about the name and how you actually came up with the name for the team.
Well, I came up with the team's name because the Seven Cities is the major 7 cities of the Hampton Roads area, and it just was good. The team's former name was the Eustis Knights. It was the unofficial post basketball team for Fort Eustis. And I like the Knights and the 7 cities. It just all kind of came together, and it sounded good, so we just went with it.
Talk to us about the formation of the team and the staff members that you have.
Oh, well, first, I'd like to give a big thank you to First Team Toyota to come on board to actually help us out financially with some of the means and goals of getting this organization off the ground and getting some of the things we've done. And I also would like to thank definitely our President of the Board of Advisors, Mr. Herman Daniels, basketball operations, Mr. John Fuller, Ms. Joyce Hobson, General Manager, my wife, the team, coaches Willie Pons and Mr. Frank Stubbs, as well as Mr. Lethea Butler, our financial advisor, Mr. Dennis Tillery, our vice president, Mr. Kyle Keys, manager of sponsorships and marketing, and our associates, Mr. Travis and Travis Cage.
Well, hopefully with this PCTV program, we're hoping to get the city of Portsmouth behind you.
Well, I foresee in 3 to 5 years that this Hampton Roads area will have in place a professional basketball team, and we're laying the groundwork now for that to take place. I believe that the team that we have now is talented enough to actually take that and transition to that next level, given the opportunity. Now it's just getting the fans and the support from the state of Virginia to help this dream become a reality.
Let's talk about the relationship between Churchland High School and the Seven City Knights.
Oh, well, Mr. Herman Daniels, the president of the Board of Advisors, went directly to the city of Portsmouth because he had the ability to kind of go right on in there and talk to them directly to get us in the great facility that is Churchland High School. We just are just glad to be able to play basketball and get a chance to do what we do to bring professional basketball back here. It's been about 35 years, and the last team that was here professionally was the Virginia Squires. So we want to follow in their footsteps and eventually get to the Hampton Coliseum, to where we can really throw big venues that will really benefit the city of the Hampton Roads area.
So your first game for the season was kicked off right here in the Churchland Gym with Mayor Wright.
Oh, well, I was very excited to see Mayor Wright actually in attendance. Was very surprised that he actually came, and I'm glad that we have his support and glad that we can look forward to the city of Portsmouth supporting us as well. It was a great honor for me to actually meet a city official of that magnitude.
Thank you so much for talking with us, Mr. Taylor, and we'll take a break and talk with the head coach. At this time, Mr. Willie Pons, the team head coach, joins us. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Well, Mr. Pons, I understand that you're from Portsmouth.
Yes, I am. I'm from Portsmouth, Virginia. I went to Manor High School.
Oh, wow, you went to Manor. Talk about that, because I went to Manor, too.
Yeah, I went to Manor. I graduated in 1973. I was under Coach Clifford Black as my coach, basketball coach, and that was a great experience for me.
Yeah.
Very great experience for me. Manor High, the first year it was open.
Really?
Great.
Oh, that is wonderful. So I know it feels good to be here participating in Portsmouth with your profession now.
Yes, I never thought I had the opportunity to come back here to where I live to coach basketball, especially professional basketball. So it was an honor and privilege to do that.
Right. So let's talk about how this position became available for you and how you were ready for it.
Well, we're sitting here in Churchland. I coach here at Churchland high school basketball under P.J. Honore. I was his assistant coach, and I got into coaching, with his graces. And then I started to open my own basketball camp, Willie Pond Basketball Power Camp. And I started doing basketball camps in this particular area and all the churches, because I'm an associate pastor in this area. So I started doing basketball camps. Then I got into the professional level. And last year I coached the Hampton Roads Cardinals in the EBA, Eastern Basketball Alliance. And Mr. Taylor, he saw me coaching the game. Matter of fact, he played at one of the games. And then he was asking me that he was going to try to start up a new team. And he asked me would I coach. And I accept that position.
Wow, that is wonderful. Now, the ABA, talk to us a little bit about that and the history of the ABA and where the actual league is right now.
Well, the ABA started way back in the Norfolk Scope. Dr. J, Julius Irving, George McGinnis, they had George Gervin, George Irvine, Fatty Taylor, Willie Sojourner. These are some of the guys that play here in the Scope. And they stopped the league for a while, and this is the new ABA. And we're trying to bring the ABA back here into Portsmouth, Virginia.
Well, your ranking, I hear, is pretty impressive.
Yes, we're doing real good. We started at 63, because 63 teams in the league. We're a first-year team. We started at 63, we went up ranked 17. We moved from 17 to number 2 in the ABA.
Really?
Well, we started this process in May at Alliance Christian School. So I've seen over 250 players. And we got it broke down to 60, then we got it broke down to 30, then we got it broke down to the 15 that we have right now.
Okay, so you had tryouts.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good.
And it was called the 7 Cities, so we have tryouts in 7 different cities.
Really?
Yes, the 7 City Nights. Okay. So we went with a multiple talent in these 7 cities here in Hampton Roads.
That is wonderful. What are some of the strengths of these players that you have?
Well, our biggest strength, we're very athletic, and we're a family. We got this little motto, 3 and 6. You know what I'm saying? 3 for hard work, family on 6. And we incorporate family and hard work, and we actually play real good defense. We're a very good defensive team, because we can score also.
Right.
But we pride ourselves in defense.
Well, Coach Pons, tell us, what does the future hold for this team?
Well, we're looking for that these guys have an opportunity to go to the next level, and we want this franchise to be an NBA franchise here in Hampton Roads. But nevertheless, if a guy has the opportunity to go to the NBA DL or go over the seas to play in the FIBA, we want to have an opportunity for my guys to go to play in various arenas all over the continental United States and abroad.
Well, the team members really come from varied backgrounds, correct?
Well, we have people from North Carolina, people from Suffolk, people from Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, Portsmouth. Some, we have some players who went to play Division I at DePaul, Shawan, Norfolk State. We have different players. Then we have some players who hadn't played college basketball, but were great high school basketball players, but never ever got an opportunity to further their basketball career.
Right.
And playing with the Seven City Knights gave them this opportunity. And this particular time, we're doing very well, and we have fun doing it.
And that's the important thing, right?
Yes, it is.
That is great. And that family. So you mentioned 2 F's that are wonderful,
Right.
family and fun.
Yes.
That's great.
And then I want to put that spiritual aspect in it because, you know, we pray in and we pray out. And, you know, God is very important in this team concept. Not that we're a religious team or anything of that nature.
Right.
But we're proud of ourselves that we're guided, you know, by God, and we wanted to do things to represent the community as a professional team. And my guys are being professionals, where we carry ourselves, you know, whether we, you know, lose with pride and dignity or we win with pride and dignity. And I just put that out to my guys. I would be remiss if I didn't say, he's not right here now, I have a great assistant coach, and his name is Frank Stubbs, and he's coach at Denby. He's a head JV coach at Denby. He's not here today, but I mean, I couldn't have this success, and this team couldn't have this success without Coach Stubbs.
Right, right. Well, it sounds like you have a great group of men.
Yes, man.
Yes.
And our average age of our team is 25, so we're not an old team. We're a young team. So, you know, I'm getting hip all over again, getting with the rap music and, you know, coach this and, you know, with the swagger. So, you know, it's exciting for me as a former player and as a coach.
Well, talk to us about where you played.
Well, I played at Delaware State, and then I was in the Celtic camp in 1985.
Really?
And then I got cut, and then I went overseas, and I played 12 years in Europe. I played 10 years in Germany, and I played two years in Korea.
Oh, that is wonderful.
And then I came back, and my hoop dream wasn't over because I'm still playing in over 50 league now.
Oh, that is wonderful. So really the team looks to you as someone who's actually done it.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, they have confidence in me that I know what I'm saying, and it's a collaboration though, because I don't know everything, and some of these guys have a lot of basketball experience. A guy named Aaron Johnson, we call Bugs, has a lot of experience, and we kind of, you know, piggyback on everybody's experience. So
Right.
I'm not really running the show. I'm managing the show.
Right, right. Well, that is great. Was there anything else that you'd like to add? I know you want to introduce us to some of the players that are here today.
Yes, I would love to do that.
Well, very good. Well, let's take a break and we'll speak to them.
All right, thank you.
Stay tuned.